On this episode of the Law Firm Marketing Podcast, we hear from a guy who has completely transformed his business with the very smart integration of both LinkedIn and Twitter. And in our quick tip, we give you the tools to uncover how effective your social media strategy really is. Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of the Law Firm Marketing Podcast. My name is Dan Toombs and it's great to have you with us. Remember, this podcast is proudly brought to you by the leading professional services marketing company, Grow Your Firm. If your law or accounting firm needs help with web strategy, design, SEO, social media and email campaign integration, we have a growing team of experts who can help your firm no matter where you are in the world. You can contact Grow Your Firm at www.growyourfirm.com.au, and if you're outside Australia, make sure you drop the .au on the end of that URL. Well, thank you to our last guest, Rick Wilmot, who talked about the importance of strategy, in particular your firm's marketing strategy and how it must align with the overarching strategic direction of your firm. And of course, we know from experience that this doesn't always happen. It's definitely worth a listen if you haven't heard that podcast already. If you've got questions for Rick or any of our guests, make sure you email them to questions@lawfirmmarketingpodcast.com and we'll have them answered in future episodes. In this quick tip, I wanted to say a few words about measurability. Now, when it comes to your firm's website, most firms are well acquainted with Google Analytics. That said, most don't have a clue on how to interpret the data, and you could hardly blame them because it's a complex piece of equipment. So in a forthcoming episode of the Law Firm Marketing Podcast, we'll do an expose of Google Analytics and how to make a good sense of all that data. But what I really wanted to touch on in this quick tip is measurability from a social media perspective. So you're going to hear from Tom Skotidas in a moment, who will give you some fantastic techniques on smart integration of LinkedIn and Twitter. But how will you be able to measure its effectiveness or the extent of your online social media footprint generally? So are your tweets or LinkedIn updates or blog posts influencing anyone? If they're not, then obviously they need to, otherwise you're probably wasting your time. Or should I say, are they fulfilling a strategy or objective that emanates from your wider marketing strategy generally? For example, when we work with firms, there are some that just have no interest whatsoever in Twitter, but we've been able to integrate a Twitter feed on their site because it's a simple way of broadcasting latest offerings and news from the firm, and it works really well. It rolls away on the homepage and conducts traffic to where we'd like clients to go. But conversely, if you're a law or accounting firm and there is a real concerted effort towards social media, in particular LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook, how do you know it's working? What you need is a simple dashboard that aggregates all the requisite data from those social media profiles, draws them together and gives you an idea of how effective and broad your online influence really is. One tool that I use, which I found really useful, is Social Sprout, and I've tried a number of others as well. Social Sprout hooks into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare and other networks, allowing you to see precisely what's going on across your spread of communities. And what's best about Social Sprout is it does so via a single interface. It also breaks your community into demographics and provides a couple of useful metrics which Social Sprout has categorized as engagement and influence. Now, Sprout sees engagement principally as how you're interacting with your community and how frequently, and gives you a score, and influence draws the aggregate data, notably if your tweets or updates are being absorbed by the community and to what extent. It, of course, also gives you some recommendations on how to improve your footprint generally. There are, of course, other tools as well in the market, like Radian 6, Postlink and Social Target, most of which will offer a free trial. My recommendation is that you sign up for all of them and see which one appeals to you most based upon the objectives of your social media strategy. That said, you can try Social Sprout first. You might find that it's just all you really need. It's cheap, it's about $9 per month, and it scales out to about $50 per month for a version that allows wider integration of other social media platforms. In the show notes, I will give you the links to all those tools so you can go and try and make some sense of them. Tom Skotidas is the founder and director of Skotidas, the first agency in Asia Pacific to specialise in B2B social media lead generation. Tom started out as a direct response copywriter in New York in 1994, and since then he has held senior roles in digital marketing, direct marketing and business development. Until March 2011, Tom served as head of marketing and business development at First Rate, one of Australia's leading digital marketing agencies. In just under 4 years, Tom helped grow that agency from a small office of just 2 staff into one of Australia's largest players in search and performance marketing, with over 20 staff and millions in annual client billings. Driving a large part of this growth was Tom's pioneering use of social networks to generate qualified sales leads and grow client engagement. Today, he consults on the strategies and tactics of social media lead generation to blue chip B2B companies in Australia and Asia Pacific. Tom, welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Podcast.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
So your story is somewhat incredible. You started with First Rate a number of years ago, an SEO company. What was social media and lead generation? What did it all look like then?
Well, First Rate does...
very different to what it does now, I suspect.
Yeah, absolutely. And First Rate does SEO, and that's what it's known for. But also a large number of clients work with First Rate on SEM as well, paid search and display. Mm-hmm. So there was a suite of products. And back then, social media, this was March 2007 when I started. For me, it was just nothing. I just thought it was chat. I thought it was nice and fluffy.
So this was Twitter the predominant...
Yes, it was. And well, LinkedIn was around as well. I was on LinkedIn. Twitter and Facebook I was not on at all. I thought it was just for, personal, fluffy chat, really not important at all. I couldn't see the value in Twitter either. And LinkedIn I was a member of since 2005, but used it like everybody else.